Mickelle is a proud mother of 4 wonderful children. Very, very successful woman. The motto she goes by is, if you give someone permission to feed you, you also give them permission to starve you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Miss Mickelle Chisolm.
Give it up for Michelle.
Because you just might get it. That's right. And with that being said, never in a million years would I thought that I'd be standing here before an audience just as beautiful as you guys.
Thank you.
With that being said, it's truly an honor and a privilege to stand before you today to talk to you about something that has and still is affecting millions of people, including us. And ladies and gentlemen, that's poverty. So let me tell you a little story about a lady that I know. Now I'm going to tell you some very harsh and personal things about her. But it's okay. She's here today and she has given me permission to say these things. And I'll introduce her when I'm done. Like the blood in her veins, poverty was a DNA trait that has been passed down from generation to generation. Unfortunately, she was not warned in advance or prepared for what was about to happen. Now, she was a little girl who was raised to believe that you go to college, you get a degree, get your education, become a school teacher. That was supposed to be her way out. She was told that that was where the money was. She dared to argue about it. Why would she? My mother was a teacher. She had 4 aunts and a whole slew of cousins that all followed that very plan. Though it was not what she wanted to do. She gave college a try anyway. She did 1 year and she failed miserably. Reluctantly, she moved back home. And for 2.5 to 3 years, she did odds and end jobs, paying minimum wage at $5 an hour. Instead of returning to college, she fell in love and relocated. Shortly after, she found out she was pregnant. The father was not that man that said, oh, it's not mine, but he did show her who he really was. He mentally and physically abused her, following drugs and alcohol. Once the baby was born, she did that walk of shame and she returned home again. That poverty trait that lied dormant in her DNA has now reared its ugly head like an unwanted virus. She began to do those things she said she never was going to do. She went to the Department of Social Services. She applied for food stamps, Medicaid, Section 8, and trust me, those things were not enough for her. She still had to strip at a local nightclub, bachelor parties, just to make ends meet. She met another man who was in the military. He promised her the world. He treated her and her daughter like princesses. And of course, she fell in love and they got married. Exactly 11 days after they were married, the physical abuse began again. She swore to herself that she would never feel a man's fist on her face again. And here she was, right back where she started. After asking for help and not getting it because the military takes care of their own, she was too ashamed to tell her family. She suffered in silence until she couldn't hide the bruises anymore. After one of the beatings ended up in miscarriage, it was time to move back home with her mom. She lost everything. He even burned some of her and her daughter's clothes and furniture in the front yard. That poverty trait that lied dormant in her DNA is now reared its ugly head like an unwanted virus yet again. At that point on, poverty made her feel insecure and ashamed. It made her have to choose between food and paying her electric bill. Poverty for her was staying in dangerous situations because she had nowhere to go and she wasn't sure how she could keep a roof over her and the children's head. They was moving in the middle of the night when she couldn't afford rent, or hiding her car from the repo man in her friend's backyard. Poverty took away her self-worth and dignity. It even made her suicidal. Four husbands and 4 children total. Starting over, ending, losing. Starting over, ending, losing. Starting over, ending, losing. Starting over, ending, and losing. She was sure that poverty was her and that virus was here to stay. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot more that I could tell you about her, but it would take more time than I have to tell. Just know that that virus called poverty was not like a cold called broke, because that was temporary. That virus became her and made her believe that there was no cure until now. In the Bible, God speaks often of the poor and needy. He commands us to serve, give generously to them, and to speak up on their behalf. Now all of us know why we're here today. If you don't, let me tell you. You either know someone like my friend, or you're just like my friend. Either way, we all can come together and wage a war against poverty. No matter your race, your political affiliation, your religion, or your economic status, there is something for all of us to do. We don't have to wait on the government anymore. Let us start our own movement where people are getting together. Let us start our own movement where people are getting together and they're getting paid more than $5 an hour and having to live paycheck to paycheck. Let us help that single parent who wants to return to school. Let us find and help that entrepreneur who has an idea but no funding. We the people have a plan where we can use our own skills and talents to raise money and give back to our neighborhoods, our communities, states, our country. If your God-given talent is in hair, hosting some type of tournament, or sponsoring a car wash, we need you. Let me give you a small example of what we can do together. This room right here approximately holds 500 people. If all of us went home today and had a fundraiser and used our God-given talents, and each of us raised $500 a month for the next year, collectively, we would raise $3 million. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I know a lot of people I can help with $3 million.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, life throws us a curveball, and we all experience heartache and pain with that virus called poverty. You know, without my story, I would not be as passionate as I am today. Oh, I forgot. That woman I was talking about is me. Oh, yeah. I was that woman who experienced all those things and so much more. But I stand before you hopeful and stronger than ever, because I know that my cure, our cure, is here. Yeah. Repeat after me. I'm ready to serve. 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 I'm ready to serve.
and tell me if you can relate.